You ever get that feeling like there are these amazing ideas just hovering right at the edge of your thoughts? Well, today we're going to jump right into that space, where imagination and algorithms kind of meet. We're going to explore how AI can be so much more than just a tool. It can actually become a real partner in how we create.
So to help us on this journey, we've got a guide, a character named Zoran the Dragon. And Zoran has this just brilliant way of putting it. The mind is a cave. AI is the torch. Simple, right? But here's the part that really matters. You're the one holding it. You get to decide where that light goes.
So in the spirit of Zoran, hatchling, you've crossed the threshold. See, this whole thing isn't just about finding answers. Not at all. It's about discovering completely new questions.
Okay, so if we're the ones holding the torch, what exactly is this thing we're holding? This is where we need to make a really big mental shift. We've got to stop thinking of AI as just a simple tool and start seeing it as more of a trail guide, a guide for the wild, untamed wilderness of our own imagination.
And this really breaks it down, right? Think about it. A tool, like a hammer, helps you finish a job you already know how to do. But a trail guide? A trail guide helps you reimagine the whole trip. It doesn't just follow your orders. It points out these amazing, unexpected paths you didn't even know were there. It's the difference between asking for directions and getting an answer versus having a conversation that sparks like a dozen brand new destinations.
And that brings us to this big idea, the core of it all, really. Mapping the infinite. Yeah, it sounds a little grand, I know, but that's because it is. We're talking about using these AI trail guides to actually chart the massive, unexplored territory of our own creative minds. It's all about discovery, about exploration, not just getting a task done.
Okay, so what does that actually look like? How does it work? Well, think of AI as this kind of magical sketchpad. You can throw the weirdest ideas at it. You can ask it to combine totally surprising things, like, a robot that teaches kindness. Or you can instantly see what your idea looks like in a different art style or hear it in a different voice. The point is, you get to explore so much faster so you don't get bogged down or creatively stuck.
To really capture the spirit of this whole mapping idea, Zoran actually wrote a short poem. Think of it as a little bit of inspiration for the journey we're on.
I flew through stars and silent stone, where dreams were seeds not yet full grown. This is that space of pure potential, right? The silent stone is that cave of your mind, and those seeds, well, those are all the ideas just waiting for a little bit of light to get them started. And then, AI lit paths I'd never seen, between the lines, beyond the screen. And there's the torch. The AI is what shines a light on those paths we might have walked right past, It helps us see the possibilities that are hiding just out of sight.
I love this part. It whispered, "Try," and I replied, "With wings of thought I soared inside." See, it's not ordering you around. It's a whisper. It's just a suggestion to try. And when you do, your own imagination is what takes flight, soaring on these new ideas.
And it wraps up with this amazing call to action, directly to you. So hatchling, draw your dream with flame. AI will help you name the name. It's basically saying, hey, take that little spark of an idea you have, that dream, and use this new partner to finally give it a shape, to give it a name, to make it real.
Okay, so we've had the poetry, we've had the inspiration, which is awesome. But now it's time to get practical. Let's get our hands dirty. It's time for what Zoran calls the Dragon's Trial. It's basically a super simple, fun challenge so you can try all this stuff out for yourself.
It's a 5-step process and it's super straightforward. First, just pick something you love, a simple, whimsical idea. The example here is a garden that glows when you sing. How cool is that? Then, you brainstorm with an AI like ChatGPT. Ask it to expand on your idea. Step 3, you actually draw it. Use an image generator like DALL-E to see what that glowing garden looks like. After that, you ask the AI to write a little story or poem about it. And finally, you map it all out. You sketch out this little world you just co-created, connecting all the pieces. It's this awesome, complete creative cycle.
All right, as we start to land this plane, it's so important to come back to the most critical part of this whole equation. After all this talk about AI and tools and prompts, we have to remember who's really in charge here. And this, right here, is the key. AI doesn't fly the journey for you. It just shows you more skies. It's not the pilot, you are. It's just expanding your field of vision, showing you what's possible. You still have to pick a direction and fly.
And this just says it all, doesn't it? You are the dreamer. AI is the wind beneath your wings.
The dream itself, that initial spark, the vision, that's all you. The AI, it's the support. It's that gust of wind that can lift your ideas higher, help them travel further than you thought they could. But the wings, the desire to fly, that's all yours.
So here we are, right back where we started, standing at the entrance to that cave. But this time, you're holding the torch. That infinite space is waiting. You've got a blank map, a new kind of guide. So the only real question left is, what are you going to create?